he can't take care of you like this.
Now you're lost, lost in the heat of it all. Girl, I know you're lost.
Very, very, very interesting clip. Before we get into that clip, definitely guys, make sure you go cop my new ebook. If you're looking just to change your mindset or just, you know, get some real game, it's not even about tactics. It's about, you know, changing your perception, what you think. A lot of things really start with the mind. So I just talked about a lot of the mistakes I made and I compiled it into like 9-10 pages. So definitely go cop that. Link is in the description. You know, a wise man once said to me, Josh, you know, first, put God first, or whatever your higher power is. Put him first, you know. Secondly, believe in yourself. And thirdly, you know what I'm saying, believe in what you're doing, what you're selling, your product, or whatever that is. And the reason why I want to bring that up is because, you know, I feel like in my life, I've self-sabotaged so many things, especially with women. Because what happens is anytime that you're unaware of how you're if you're unaware of how you're overthinking, you're probably overthinking. A lot of us dudes, when we're with a woman or any situation, we're you know what I'm saying, we're freezing up because we don't know what to do next. You know what I'm saying? We're moving off of how we see them moving and what we think they want. And because of that, the reason why you're acting like that is because you don't believe in yourself. Because you don't feel like you have value. That's what they talk about, that self-love. You know, one of the biggest signs that you like might be self-sabotaging is like when you start, like y'all know when y'all like start questioning yourself, you start questioning like, dang man, should I make this move? Should I do that? When you start questioning yourself, you come off as you're not confident. People can pick up on that energy because your energy, you in like a negative vibration because you're not being in the moment. You know what I'm saying? This comes from not believing in yourself, not having no self-love, and very important. So it's like, all right, Josh, I'm hearing you with all this. So, you know, what is it? How does this look? You know what I'm saying? Why are we talking about this? You know, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because a lot of times people self-sabotage their relationships when they're, AKA, you could either be settling for someone or you're with someone that's good for you and you can't even believe it. So now you got to do something to mess it up because it's like, dang man, this is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like naturally you fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? You do something to mess it up. And what's funny is as you go through life, you learn like so many lessons. So I know for me, one of the biggest self-sabotage recent stories I can remember with a woman, I was with somebody, you know, in a situation or whatever, was with her. You know, and at this time I probably had been with her for like 4 or 5 months, but I was trying to, you know, get something to go my way. So I thought that, because I watched this is before I was on YouTube, so I had watched the video and I'm thinking like, oh man, let me just walk away. And I'm doing it for the wrong reasons. I'm walking away to get a certain reaction out of her, and that reaction didn't happen. You know, when I tried to walk away, she's like, okay, cool, if you feel like that, then do you. And the problem was I still wanted her and it didn't work in my favor. So now I'm scrambling trying to get her back, and I eventually got her back, you know what I'm saying? In the same setting, it was never the same after that. You know what I'm saying? And this comes from low self-esteem, not believing that you deserve that person that you with. See, a lot of y'all want certain women, but if you get them, you wouldn't even be ready for them. Because that person's job is not to make you feel secure. You can't put that on them. You can't make people move how they need to move. You know what I'm saying? You can't do tricks and tactics with people. Tricks and tactics are not meant. Those are meant to be tools in your arsenal, you know what I'm saying, for the appropriate setting. You don't just use those type of tools and these tactics when you feel like you want to get a certain outcome. That's not how it works. And what I mean by that is I tried to walk away when things were going good, but that's not how it works. You punish bad behavior. So if she would have disrespected me or did something that was rude and I talked to her and told her I didn't like it and then she did it again and then I walked away from the situation, that's when walking away would have been appropriate. But I did it for the wrong reasons. That's why I told y'all, like, you don't want to use these tactics for the wrong reason because we're not robots. So you can't do robotic things to people and expect for you to go your way. You know, another thing that plagued me, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, this plagued me for so many years. just having unrealistic expectations. A lot of times, man, we meet a woman and be like, man, this is it. Like you start calling your homie, you like, man, dude, I met this woman the other day. She ain't got no kids, she 20. You know what I'm saying? You all on the phone, you all excited because you're having these unrealistic expectations. What happens is you start to go out with her, y'all start dating or whatever, and you start just catching too many feelings to a point that you're not even self-aware of how you're showing up. See, that perception that you give off when you think in your head, this is it, you're coming off as unglued. You're coming off as, I'm thirsty, I'm desperate. Saying, I don't ever date women like you, because you're too excited. You're too into what she got going on. So you're not leading the situation no more. But again, a lot of this stuff happens slowly over time, but it starts from unrealistic expectations. See, the thing is, with people, you can't have unrealistic expectations because you can't expect people to show up how you want them to show up. You just have to pay attention to their actions. Again, being in the present moment and understanding that people are going to move how they want to move. It's unrealistic to think somebody's going to be your wife that you don't even know yet, because now you're starting to give off like this boyfriend, we in a relationship type of energy, and y'all don't even really know each other like that. So that really plagues a lot of people because you're unaware that you're even doing it. You know what I'm saying? You unaware that energy even coming off. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not even able to, because you're such in your head, you're overthinking. And a lot of this is what causes us to self-sabotage situations. So my whole point to this is like taking, putting your emotional, physical, all that well-being, your mental health, putting all that in the forefront is huge. Because if you don't find value and self-love within yourself, it's gonna be hard for you to get something real with somebody if that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, maybe you don't want marriage, maybe you just want to date forever, but maybe you want that number one companion, because a lot of us still want companionship with women. So at the end of the day, you gotta be your best self. You gotta have hobbies. You gotta take self-care and important. You gotta take it seriously. A lot of us don't love ourselves, so you gotta constantly tell yourself like, man, I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? You really gotta tell yourself that. You know what I'm saying? And believe it. But at the same time, be humble, you feel me? But at the same time, be cocky with it. Like you gotta be both. Because if you don't feel like you deserve anything good, why should they? All right, guys, that's pretty much my video for today. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel. As always, guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.